Good morning, feeling much brighter this morning. It was amazing how riding Bumblebee puts you in the best of moods. I started off really groggy yesterday morning, but after an hour or so on her, I was fine. I had a great ride, had a great few days ride, riding solo on my own in a foreign countries. And I don't know what I was so worried about. I mean, it's exactly the same as riding in England, apart from on the other side of the road. And I can't understand the road signs. And they speak a different language. And I don't even know what country I'm in half the time. But today I'm riding Germany, heading up to France, to Reims, and then tomorrow hopefully onto my war graves of our family ancestors. So I'm looking forward to that. The sun is shining, hopefully it will stay, and hopefully it will be a great day's riding. All loaded and all ready to rock and roll. And today I'm going to make a theme. I'm going to make a theme of the difference between suffering and happiness. Today is going to be a happy one. Spirit of not suffering today, I've decided that I'm going to stop every hour, and also I'm going to eat and get a good meal today. So I've stopped in this little town called Binzen, and I found a little cafe which hopefully I can go and get some grub and rest my helmet head and my fingers that are tingling and feel a bit more sated. Having an omelette for breakfast. Today's going to be good because it's going to be a self-care day. So the other thing I've done is I've set my TomTom to avoid motorways, avoid toll roads, but have the quickest route, and with some bends and twists and turns, but not the twists and turns of yesterday, because although it was fun, I really did suffer last night, and I just look to be happy. So happiness is opposite to suffering. If we're happy, we're not suffering. If we're suffering, we're not happy. And it can be really difficult, especially when major things happen in life that are really, really sad and often out of our control. But I always like at those times to think of Rose Elliott's book, I Met a Monk, and in there she writes about taking the I out of feelings. So rather than I am suffering, to replace it with there is suffering, there is happiness, there is love, there is sadness, because that is life. And you can read more about Rose Elliott's book and about suffering and happiness and lots of other subjects in my book, The A to Z of Outcome Sobriety. Everything you need to know by me, Karina Alderton, in case you didn't know. We're in France! Woo-hoo! Another border cross! Over in this nice setting to make today's short on how to be happy, and it's a good job I did, because this has all come loose and I've done my ratchet up wrong. It's all tangled, but it's okay, it is what it is. Acceptance is key. I'm just going to patiently unpick it all and restrap. The old me would have got really frustrated with myself, going, oh Karina, you idiot, you're so stupid. Well, I am a bit of a wally, aren't I? I think I've threaded it through wrong, and I can't, I'll show you. I've threaded it through wrong on there, and I can't cut it because I've lost the blade for my knife. I've tried and tried, and it's so caught up I can't get it out. I have one bungee with me. I'm going to have to try and do something with that and maybe just tie it on with this somehow. It's going to have to do. I'm going to have to cut it all off. Hopefully I can get to a hardware store or a car shop soon. Garage earlier and there's no I don't think your card goes in there. I think I have to go and get a receipt from the shop. I didn't like to do it, but I'm getting very low, so I'm going to have to brave it now and go in here and ask in very dodgy French. Hopefully they speak English, because I ain't got a clue what to do. But I need fuel to lower my my stress levels. Thank goodness for Google Translate. There was a long queue, so I've just asked a guy with it written down. He said no, I can use my card, so I can give this a go. All be well, Karina. Don't get stressed. There are no problems out there. It's all in your making. Didn't like my global money card, but luckily it's taken my normal bank card. It's just a pain because I have to pay charges now. Stopped at Werentzhouse. Obviously I can't speak or read much French, but this is in memory of the ambulance crew, 23rd Medical Battalion, who I presume lost their life here. I think it was about 1941. Apologies, 21st November 1944. That's for a helmet stop. I'm walking around with it on. Look at this beast though. I love this. I want me one of them. I'd have me three-wheeled bumblebee on the back though. This is a memorial for Le Corporal Jules Andre Peugeot, who fought in the First World War. I'm offline up here. I'm in the National Forest and National Parks. So I can't tell you much more about him because my Google Translate doesn't even work. 2:20. I've been riding for over 4 hours and only 116 miles, and 40 of them done in the last half an hour on this very, very boring road. I've got about another half an hour on. No, another 55 minutes on, so nearly an hour. I pulled off to see if I can get something to eat, and I found a supermarket. So I've got myself some salmon pate. I'm going to go for the fish, have my crackers, and then I might just reroute TomTom for a bit of a windy road because I'm bored with that road. Boredom is just all of the making, Karina. There were beautiful trees and that, but I do want a little bit more fun. So I've decided I'm not going to go to Ypres now because that's just pushing it. I'm going to make myself supper if I do that, so I need to be happy. So I don't have to ride so far today because I want to try and get the tunnel train on Saturday morning. It's Wednesday now, so I've got 2 days to get up to Calais, taking the war graves. So I'm going to stop probably between Nantes and Reims tonight. But I even camp if it stays like this. One slight problem, I've eaten all my crackers. I'm going to go back in the supermarket and hope they've got something gluten-free in here. baby boy does. See, I'm in a different country and his lot are still giving me grief. It's like this used to annoy me. Now I'm just like, oh well, wasn't meant to be travelling right now. And anyway, it's given me time to get my helmet off again, get off my bike, relieve a bit of pressure. Because that is the other thing that in Buddhist terms, they believe that everything we do is to relieve what we've done before. So if we're hungry, we eat. We sit down to rest our legs. We stand up to get rid of our numb bum. We go to sleep because we're tired. We wake up to live. And so on and so on. So, I have been much better today, much more mindful on not making myself do things that I don't want to do, pacing much better. The only thing I do really need to do is a wee. There just hasn't been anywhere to go. Once they move their trucks, hopefully I can find a bit of wooded area. I could do some great skids along here, but I better not. Might get in trouble. Interesting. I just fell in love with that little town with all the street lights and the old building, the cobblestones, until there were more roadworks and the road was shut. So it had a diversion up here, so I came up here and my TomTom was pointing down this little road that just went to nothing. And now my TomTom's died. Hopefully my phone's got a bit of juice in and some 5G. I wonder if I could stay here on a boat for the night. That would be cool. There's a hotel nearby, but it's 228 quid. And there are a couple of cheap ones for £41, but it looked a bit rough. I didn't want any more YMCA places. So I found a little campsite. I've zigzagged up and down from Monterey to find it, but I'm here. £16 with electrical hookup, hopefully. Go check it. Camping Fontenoy. The lady was really lovely. I just booked it on PitchUp. That's a really good website. I love that. All printed out. I can go anywhere. It's £16 for the night, and I can use an electrical hookup. But I'm not sure because I might have to have them proper old caravan plugs. I'll have to have a little investigate. I'm sure she'll be able to help me out. If not, anyway, let's go and pick a pitch. Not around this area because there's a guy sleeping in that tent and he's snoring. What I am hoping is that my tent isn't too wet in the dry bag, but having said that, it's quite sunny at the moment. Hopefully if I get it out now, get it up, it should be okay. It will get dry for tonight. And I'm also hoping I've got enough charge left in my bed thing to blow that up, because otherwise that's going to be a bit of suffering tonight, isn't it? All be well, Karina. Always going to go to plan. So what do I actually have in my dry bag, apart from all the wet proofs and everything else I keep stuffing in it? I have one tent, one wet tent. I have an air mattress. I have a sleeping bag. I have a little nifty cooker, and I have a little air pump as well, and of course my trusted mallet. So the reason I got this tent is because literally you just take it out the bag and you get the little red tag and you go, oh, and you get, oh, without tripping over, you get the other little red tag and you pull that. There you go, tent up. Now to just put the pegs in, which often if the ground's soft I can just do it with my bike boots. And to put it down in the morning, you just push little buttons in there and it all goes down and it actually folds up in the bag. It's brilliant. The only problem is it's low. It's a 2-man one, so that's why I like to park a bumblebee next to it, because then I can crawl out of bed in the morning and climb up Bumblebee, apart from when it's teeming with rain. But that's not going to happen tonight. It's going to be great. The sun's going to shine. It's all pumped up. Luckily my sleeping bag and my bed and everything are all in plastic bags. And look, I even got my kettle on. Well, alright, you know what I mean. Can make a nice cup of coffee. Decaf. I've been drinking caffeine the last few days to keep me going on the road, and oh my goodness, couldn't get to sleep till 1 o'clock this morning. I've also cut right back on my filming, a lot of my filming now as well, because I have about an hour and a half of editing to do to get it down into a tiny little movie. So I'm giving myself less stress. I like this taking a theme day. I like looking at happiness and suffering today, because today's been a happy day. It's been a good day. What can you do today to find your happiness and stop any suffering you may be going through? And if you've got a theme or an idea of something you'd like me to mull over as I ride each day and talk about, then just let me know in the comments down below, and share your ideas on suffering and happiness too. Lovely lady's lent me a blue knob. She was probably thinking in French, you're a knob. Do I care? No. The sun is shining. That was a great ride when I came off of that stretch. It was so bumpy and so much fun, apart from all the road works and the wrong turns, but we got here. We're here. Now to sit down and settle in for the night. Ta-da for now.